So let's start with the session. So welcome back, guys. In this week, we have been learning linked list so far. So in the linked list, what we have discussed till now, so we have discussed insertion in the linked list, insertion at the various points in our linked list, as well as in the last session, we have covered some part of our some part of our deletion as well. So we'll continue deletion in this session. So just wait for a second. Let me share my screen first. Okay. I hope my screen is visible to everyone. Just give me. Let me just wait for a second. Okay. So far we have discussed deletion in our linked list. So in the last session we have discussed about how we can delete a node from our starting of our linked list and how we can delete a node from last of our linked list. So for till here is everybody's means fine with that topic? Means is anybody's having any doubt? If you are having, please ask. Okay, I'm assuming that everything is fine. So in this session, we'll discuss deletion in more details. Suppose, let me draw a linked list quickly. So just wait for a second. Okay, suppose this linked list has been given with us. So one will be our data part, one will be our address part. So our head will be pointing to this node. As we all know, head points to. Please do not write anything on the board. Let me remove the permission first. Just wait for a second, guys. Please do not make any kind of disturbance in the class. Okay, I have removed it. Okay, so as far we have discussed that our head will point to our first node and our last node will point to a null pointer. Okay, I think till here everybody is fine with it. Okay, so let me add some data quickly. Let's say 10, 20, 30. Okay, so last time we have designed two function that if I want to delete 10 from here, means first node, that first we have means designed a delete from first, delete from starting, and if we want to delete some suppose 40, so we have designed for that delete from the end. So this time suppose a user has asked us to delete a given means a given value. Suppose he has asked us to delete 20. So what our function should do, it should delete this node and this node should point to its next node. Okay, either he can ask us to delete 30, 20, 10, anything. Okay, so suppose someone has asked us to delete 50. So then what it should do, first it will check 10, 20, 30, 40, and it will compare it with every value. If 50 is not there, it should simply print means statement that the data is not present in our linked list, and it should just return the head pointer. Is the question is clear with everyone? Is the question is clear with everyone? Okay, Shrey is saying that it is clear. So let's quickly write the code for it. Okay, guys, just okay. Let me draw. Let me write some code. Just data code. name it to next. Let's create a head pointer. Okay. I'm quickly writing the code. If anybody is having any doubt, do ask in the group chat so that I can explain it again. So I'm writing the codes that we have already discussed. I'm writing a function to add node at the front of our linked list. Okay. I think we have already covered it. So before deleting, I think we should be having something in our linked list. So I'm adding something to our linked list. Okay. So let's add new node here. Let's give some memory to it. That should be a value, and the value should be passed to it. Okay. And let's try to next should point to it because we are adding at the front. Okay. It should return. It should return new node now because we are adding data at the front of our linked list. Let's quickly write the code for print function. Okay. Let's pass head through it. Let me use a temporary current pointer, or you can directly iterate through the head. I simply use current pointer. So current data space. Okay. I think it should be current. Let's quickly add some data to our linked list. Head is equal to add node. Let's add print. Okay. Let's add some more data to our linked list. Let's make it 20. Let's make it 30, 40, and 50. Just let quickly print it so that we can check that we have did it correctly or not. Okay. Oh, 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10. Is that till here? Is that clear with everyone? I think we have already discussed this code earlier in this earlier session. So I'm simply just adding the node at the front of our linked list and printing the complete linked list. Is there anyone who's having any doubt with this code? So I can assume that there is nobody who's having any doubt. So let me write a code that delete given node, given value, delete given value. It should pass a head node as well as the value. So we'll design a function delete given value. What this function should delete means it should delete. Suppose I'm writing 50. It should delete 50 from our linked list. Let me write it 40. So suppose it should delete 40 from our linked list. Okay. Let's quickly design the function for it. Delete given value node star head as well as integer value. Okay. So let me first check whether there's something present in our linked list or not. If head is pointing to null value, if head is pointing to a null pointer, then what it should do, it should print there is nothing to delete. There is nothing to delete. Okay. Is that clear with everyone? And it should return that head pointer to our main function. Return head. Okay. And if there is something to delete, so let's check whether the function means whether the value is there in our linked list or not. Means if some data is being present in our linked list, we should check whether the value is present in our linked list or not. If the value is present, we should delete that value. Okay. Let me use a current node, a current pointer node start. It will be a type of current, and it will point to a head node. Okay. So let me check. So let me draw something. Where is my pen? Okay. Suppose a linked list has been given with us 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Suppose there are 3 nodes in our linked list and it is pointing to this. This one is pointing to this. So suppose I want to delete, let's say 1, 2, 3. Okay. Suppose I want to delete 2. So will for which address we need to access? Means which node we need to access? We need to access 3 because 3 is having address of 2. So that means we can modify it that 3's next should point to 1. Is that clear with everyone? So I should be having the address of this node if I want to delete this node. Okay. Let's try. Okay. So what I'll say, currents next data means if currents next data is equal to VAL, means this while loop should run up to when, up to it is not up to then when it is not equal to our value. Okay. And as before checking currents next data, it should check whether currents next node exists or not. Means if it exists, then it should check. Means until if it exists, then it will check. Means it is not equal to null. Until it is not equal to null. What if this condition fails? This is not going to this will not going to execute because we are writing double and. Double and means first it will check this and condition. If first condition fails, it will not check for the second condition, so this will not cause any segmentation fault. Okay. So currents, I should be writing currents next, until currents next is not equal to null, it will keep on checking. Okay. So what it should be doing, it should be doing current is equal to currents next. Okay. Now means if we are out of our while loop, there is two possibility that means either this condition fails, means either this fails. Okay. uh, because of that condition fails, then means we came out of that loop now. So we should be checking whether if currents next equal to null, if currents next equal to null, as well as, and we should all if currents next equal to null, then what it should do, it should be checking, means it should be returning what it should be returning. Can somebody tell us on the group chat? It should return current. Aryan, we should means we have to return a head pointer. If we return a current pointer, suppose if currents next is null, means we are current is pointing to our last value. We cannot return our last, means we cannot return the address of our last node. So if currents next is equal to null, means if currents next is equal to null, what it means? It means that we have reached to our last node. Means we have reached to our last node. Suppose means this means if its next is equal to null, this means we have reached to our last node. Okay. So what it means? Just wait for me. It means that we have to reach to our last node. So it means that there is the data that we are searching for VAL in our linked list that is not present in our linked list because we have reached to our last node. Uh, okay. So before writing to this condition, let me write a code for. Let me check it first. Whether currents, if currents next data equal to val. Okay. if it equals to val means let's try to run a means write a condition for that. If we found what if we found that value means what for what we have been searching. Before writing to this code, let me also write if currents next is not equal to null, because we cannot write this code directly because we cannot access currents next. What if currents next is equal to null? Because this loop has been broken. What if this loop has been broken because of this condition? So we should be checking for that condition also. If its next is not equal to null, that means, and if currents next data is equal to val means that means we have found our means suppose we want to delete 2. So what it is saying that currents next is not null. Currents next is not null means current is pointing to suppose current is pointing to 3 and its next is not null and its next value is equal to 2. So what it should store first, means that we have to delete the currents next node. So let's store the address into a temp node, that currents next. Okay, so is that fine? I am storing the address of this node. Suppose our current is currently pointing to 3 and we have to delete 2. So I'm storing the address of this currents next node. And what I'm writing here, currents, now currents next should be currents next to next. Okay. Why I'm writing this? Because current is pointing currently to this. What I'm writing, currents next should point to currents next to next means which means what it means, the it should not point to this node, it should point to its next to next node. Okay, and after that what it should do, it should delete the temp node. Okay, and it should return a value means it should return our head node. Okay, if this condition fails, then definitely we have means for means we can say that we have reached to our means last node of our linked list and we have not found that data into our linked list. So we can simply write the condition that we have not found the data, we have not found the given value in our linked list, value in our linked list, and it should simply return our head pointer. Okay, it should simply return our head pointer because we don't need to delete anything if we not found our data. Okay, sure. Let me run my code. Okay, so I'm deleting 40 and 40 is being deleted. Let me try to delete 20 as well. So 20 is being deleted. Can Aryan is asking, can we write temps next instead of currents next? Ah, yes, Aryan, you can write because temp is currently pointing to this node. Yes, you can absolutely write. You are absolutely right. We can write temps node, temps next. Let's write temps next. Whether let's see whether the output changes or not. Okay, the same output means Aryan, you are right. We can write that value as well. So let's try to delete 80. So 80 is not present in our linked list. So what it is saying, we have not found the given value in our linked list, and our linked list we have not deleted anything from our linked list. Okay. Suppose let's try to delete 50. So 50 is not being deleted, and it is saying that we have not found the given value in our linked list. So this means that we have did something wrong in our program. Can somebody tell me? Uh, Smith is there. Smith, you are there. I think you can answer. Smith, can you answer this? Means why we are not able to delete 50? Because I think in the noon you are facing this problem in your code. Special case is required. Yes, means because if we see, let's try to dry run our code. So Smith, you are asking what is dry run? Let me dry run our code. So what it will store means in our linked list 50, 40, 30 and 20 is being stored. We know all means as we have seen while printing. Okay, so if this function is being called, what our function will do, let's see it manually. Okay, so suppose this delete given value, so delete given value will be called, and head our head will be pointing to 50. Okay, and in value there will be 50 stored. Okay, so what it will check, if it will check if head is equal to null. No, head is pointing to 50, it is not equal to null. So what it is saying that node star current means current is pointing to 50 now. Current is also pointing to 50 and head is also pointing to 50. So after that, what it will do, it will check whether currents next is not equal to null. Okay, it will check means currents next. Yes, 40 is not equal to null. There is some data 40, and it will check currents next data means it will check means it will start from 40 currents next. Current is pointing to 50, and it will start from currents next data. Okay, we are starting from the second element. Sri is saying we are starting from the second element. Yes, Sri. So what we need to do is what we need to do here, we just need to check means if the our heads data is equal to value, this means what it should do, it should simply, if heads data is equal to value, so let's store our head into a temp variable. Okay, let me write heads next will be, sorry, yes, head is equal to heads next. Okay, and delete temp. I'm writing this for the first case only, means if what if it values matches with the first case, means first value, first node of our value, and it should return head. Okay. Is anybody who's having any doubt with this code? Because these are the special cases. Okay, 50 is being deleted, means we have done it correctly. Let's try to delete last, means whenever you write some code in linked list, try to run for the boundary cases as well. Let's try to delete 10, whether 10 is being deleted or not. 10 is being deleted, that's good. Let's try to delete 40 as well again. This means that our code is running fine. Okay, okay, as the code is clear with everyone. If it is clear, so we can move to the next topic. Smith is saying it is clear, that's good. Okay, Aryan, okay. Let's move to another topic. So can somebody tell me what's the time complexity of this code quickly? What is the time complexity of this function? Linear. Okay, Shay is saying linear. Smith is saying linear, that's good. So I can assume that you all are getting. Okay, is everybody is agreeing with Shrey and Smith? Aryan also saying that big of fan. That's okay. That's right. Means okay. Let's move to another topic. Uh, let me write some. Let me share my board once again. So we have covered deletion almost. So try to solve the questions of deletions in a single linked list. And if you're facing any issue, try to means put your queries in the group so that we can answer you. Okay. So let me draw a linked list again. So then I'll ask you some questions. Okay. Suppose so our head will be pointing to this node, okay, and this will be something like this. I think you all will understand it. Okay, okay, this one, and it will point to a null node. Okay, so suppose our data is being added here. 1, 10, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So if a linked list is being provided to us, so what we know about our linked list first, we just have the address of our first node, head node. Okay. So what if someone is asked us to reverse our linked list? Reversing a linked list, you all can understand, I think so. So what it should means what our function should do, it should reverse our linked list. So 4 should be here, and after that it should be 3. Okay. After that it should be 2. After that it should be 10. Okay. And our head should point to this node, and 10 should point to none. Okay. Reversing our linked list, you all understand? Okay. So there will be two possible way of reversing a linked list. Means so first there will be a possibility that we create another linked list. Means suppose a linked list is being provided to us, we create another linked list and will create a node, and we simply means add our this node to means let me remove this. Let me draw a link. Suppose we have created a node again. Means we'll start from here. What we'll do, we'll add 10 into it. Okay. And we'll again in front of our linked list, we'll again add our data, and we'll add 2 here. Okay. And we'll again add a node in front of this, so we'll add 3 here. We'll add a node, we'll add 4 here. Okay. And our head should point to this node. Okay. What this means, that create another nodes by yourself, that this linked list should also be present in our memory, and the new means another new linked list should be being created. Okay. And there could be another possibility that use these nodes only. Means we have allocated memory to these nodes. Means our head should point to this. Means head should point to this node, and what its next should point to this node, and its next should point to this node, its next should point to this node, and its next should point to null value. Means this in this case will edit this linked list only. Means will not use any extra space, will not use any extra memory, will do the changes in this linked list only, and in this case will create another linked list. Is the question is clear? Both the cases are clear with you? Okay, strange thing. Okay, so let me write the code for it. Let me share my code screen. Okay, suppose we're writing so we'll design the first case first. Means in this case will means just let me write first. Means we'll create another linked list here. Okay. And let's create a pointer again, reverse head. Means a new linked list will be being created, and means its head should be stored somewhere, so it will store it into reverse head. So let's name our function to reverse linked. Okay, let's make it reverse linked. Okay. Node star, sorry, we should pointer we should pass our head through it. Okay. It will return an address, so we'll write node star. Its return type would be node star, and it should be reverse link, and it will be given with a head value. Okay. The code I think it is clear with you all. So what we'll do first, first we'll check. Means if, is there something in our linked list or not. If it is null, so it should return that head node only. Okay. And so if it is null or there is only one link. There is only one data in our linked list. Suppose in our linked list there is only one data. Suppose there is 10 only present in our linked list, and its next will be pointing to obviously its next should be pointing to null only because there is only one data. So what will check either it is heads equal to null or heads next is equal to null. Okay, if its next is equal to null, so what it will return head means if there is only one data if there is only one node present in our linked list means there is no use of reversing that linked list. If we reverse, we'll get that same linked list because there is only one data. Okay, so we'll return a head pointer only, uh, and after that we'll keep on. Let's try to add node. Let's create a reverse head here also, so that we can keep a track of reverse head. Let's try to, in the starting it will pointing to null value. If this condition fails means then will come here now, otherwise they will not come here. So this time let's try to add a current node to the all current node. It should point to our head node. Okay, what we'll do, we'll run a loop means we'll keep on iterating through our linked list from starting, and we'll keep on means adding our data for linked list into our another linked list means into another linked list, and its head will be called reverse head. Okay, until or unless current is not equal to null means, so what it should do, it should reverse head should equal to, because we have already designed a function that is adding our data into our front of our linked list, that is add node. We have already designed this function, so there is no need of this code writing this code again. So we'll use this function into our this function means reverse link function. So what it will do, it will just add the data of currents data into a new means into a new linked list. Okay, let's remove this because we have asked to means create a function means that creates another linked list. So if we pass the address, if we return the address of that linked list means the both the linked list will be same. So in this case we'll leave that condition means if only one linked list is available. Okay, we'll create another linked list of means the another same linked list, and we'll return that address of that linked list. Okay, so reverse head should be equal to add node and reverse head. Okay, and it should what it should do, it should pass the currents data to it, because in our reverse means we are suppose we are creating another linked list, means its head should be pointing to reverse head. Its head will be called reverse head, and what for of which function we are even using means we are using add node function. Add node, what add node do, add node just add a value at the front of our linked list. Okay, so now current will be equal to currents next. Okay, so after if this loop breaks, that means current is equal to null. That means we have reached to our end of our linked list. So what it should do, it should simply return reverse head. Okay, and again let's try to print our linked list. See out. Let's call it reverse. Okay, let's print our linked list because we have the address of our reverse. Sorry, we have to give a reverse head to our print function because we have created another linked list. So what it is saying means it is reversing the linked list. This linked list is also being present in our memory, and we have created another linked list that, and we have added the data into the its reverse because we have keep on iterating from this linked list, and if we found our first data, we added into our linked list. Again, if we found our second data, we have added at the front of that linked list. We have keep on iterating like this. Okay, is the code is clear with everyone? or anybody is having any doubt with this code, reverse linked? Okay, Smith is saying no doubt. Let's okay. It means our code is working fine. Okay, I'm assuming that no one is having any doubt, or if anybody is having any doubt, don't worry. Means just ask in the group chat. If we have to reverse a linked list, and we have created another linked list. Okay, so another case, there is another case. If what if we have to do the changes in the given linked list only? Means we do not have to create another linked list. We'll do that in this case. Okay. So let's name that function. Uh, let's name it because we'll do the changes in that function. We'll store the address of that head into this the previous head only. Okay. So head will be, let's name it reverse. Let's make it reverse list. That was reverse linked. It will be reverse list. Okay. So just wait for a minute. Let me this. So let's make a function node star reverse list. It will pass our head function to it, head node to it, and this time we'll check again if head is equal to null or not. If it is equal to null, we should return our head, as well as this time we'll check if heads next is equal to null. Means if heads next is equal to null, that means there is only one means node present in our linked list. So in this case, what we should do, we should return that head only. Means if it is equal to null, that means it should return that null. If its next is equal to null, that means it should return that head node only. Because we don't need to change anything, because we have to make changes in our given linked list this time. We don't need to create another linked list. Okay, is that fine with everyone? Again, I'll create a node star. I'll create a reverse head this time, and again it will point to a null value. Okay, will not create another linked list this time. We'll make changes in this only. So, although we need a reverse head pointer to keep the track of that, means our new list, means our newly means in which part we have created, means we have made changes, we need to keep track of that head only. Okay, is that clear with everyone? So what we'll do, we'll check if while head is not equal to null. Okay, while head is not equal to null, just wait. Don't know why my chat is not active. Just wait for a second. I'm sharing. Uh, just okay. So let me active my chat. So okay, Sri Doshi has asked some question. Sir, here we are doing new keyword, but how to allocate memory in C language? As even malloc and calloc needs the number of elements. Then we multiply it with the size of data type. Sri Doshi, currently I can't answer this question because I'm not that much comfortable with the C language. Although I just know that we use calloc and malloc. Give me just some time. I'll check and I'll let you know. Okay, or I'll take some help from guys who know C. Okay, okay, sure, thank you. So in this case, if head is not equal to null, that means there's some data, means we have not reached to last of our linked list. So what we'll do means our head will be pointing to some node. We'll take a temp pointer. Temp will point to now this head. Okay, and after this, our head will point to heads next. Don't worry if you don't understand this. I'll means explain it on the board. node start temp will in temp will store the address of head, and head will point to heads next now. Okay, and after that, what we need to do, we need to add this node into our means into our uh, reverse head function. Reverse head means node. Let's make temps next will store reverse head. Okay, reverse head, and our reverse head will be now temp. So how many of you did not understand this? Don't worry, I'll explain it on the board. So let me explain this code first. So what I have written, suppose a linked list has been given with us. So there is three nodes present in our linked list. Okay. Say I'll ask you to please copy this query and means send it to me so that I can answer you after that. Okay. So suppose the linked list has been given with us, and there is only three node present in our linked list. Okay. So will head will be pointing to this node. Okay. Let's let's make it head. Okay. So what this will do, what our function will do, our function will be called. Suppose our function will be called light be light. Just wait for a second. Okay. So what this function will do, this function will just check whether this function will be called if head is equal to null. Head is not equal to null means head is pointing to some node, and what next, heads next is equal to null means tens next is equal to null. No, tens next is not equal to null. So this condition will not be satisfied. So after that, what it will do, it will create an another means another pointer. The name of that pointer will be reverse head, and what it is saying, while head is not equal to null, head is equal to null. No, head is not equal to null. What it will do, it will create a temp pointer, and temp will store the address of this head. Okay, temp will store the address of this head, and what it is saying, head is equal to heads next. Now our head will point to heads next means instead of this node, it will point to this node means this node will be pointing means let me, so our head will point to this node. Okay, so after that, what it is saying, temps next will point to reverse head. Reverse head is currently null, so tens means temp is pointing to this node. So what it is saying, temps next will point to null value. Okay, because in our reverse head there is only there is nothing, there is null stored only. Okay, and reverse head will be temp. So temp was pointing to this node only, and now reverse head will be this. So reverse head will also be updated. Now our reverse head is pointing to this node, and our reverse head is pointing to this node. Our head is pointing to this node, and its reverse heads next will point is pointing to null, and 30s next will point is pointing to null also, because it was our given like this. Okay, so again this while loop will go. It is head is pointing to this node. Head is equal to null. No, head is not equal to null. This loop will means satisfied, and it will come again. So it will again nodes create a temp means pointer, and temp will point to this node now. Okay, let's say temp is pointing to this node. Okay, so what it is saying, head is equal to heads next. Again, head will be updated from here. Head will point to this node. Okay, I think you are all getting. And what it is saying, temps next point to reverse head. And now what it is saying, its next should point to reverse head. The reverse head point is pointing to this node. Okay, and again it is saying reverse head. Now reverse head should be this node. Means now our reverse head should be again. It should be a reverse head. Okay, I think you all are getting it. A reverse head will be pointing to 20. Okay, so again it will continue. Again head is pointing to this node now. So head is not equal to null, and it will create a temp node, and again the head will be pointing to heads next, and now head will be pointing to null value. Okay, now head is pointing to a null value, and head is and temps next will be reverse head. Where our temp is current temp is 30, because we have already stored the because head was we have in temp we have stored the value of head, and before transferring head to heads null, the head was pointing to this node. So currently our temp is pointing to 30. Okay, so temps next will point to reverse head. Reverse head is pointing to 20, and 30 is means 30 is next. What its next is 20. Its next will point to reverse head. Reverse head was pointing to reverse head was pointing to 20. Okay, now our reverse head it is saying reverse head is equal to temp. So the temp was this, so reverse head will be here. Reverse head will point to this, and our head is pointing to null, so again it will go, and head is not equal to null. Yes, this time head is equal to null, so this loop will break, and it will return the address of reverse head. So right now our reverse head is pointing to 30, and 30 is next is pointing to 20, 20 is next is pointing to 10, 10 is next is pointing to null. Means we have made the changes in our this present linked list. Okay, we have not created any other linked list. I think I've made it was not understandable for everyone. Just wait for a minute. Uh, is there anyone who is having any doubt with this code, so that I can make understand? I can make you understand next time. Smith is saying that he's having doubt. Okay, Smith. Aryan is also saying not clear. Okay, Aryan. Well, can you please repeat? Okay, we'll repeat. Don't worry. Uh, Let me share my board again. Uh, let's try to understand it on the board. Okay. Stray is saying all clear. Okay, Stray. Just wait for 5 minutes. Uh, there's some tunes that is having problem. Don't worry. We'll again discuss it. Okay. This time, let me make it more clear. So this is in this there is 10 stored, in this the 20 is being stored. Okay, and this the 30 is being stored, and this is pointing to this node, and 10 is pointing to 20. Okay, and 30 is pointing to null. Okay, and our head this time for head I'm writing h, and for reverse head I'll writing r only. Okay, okay, is that clear with everyone? Let me share my screen so that both the screen should be visible to all. Okay, that is my board. Yeah, I think I cannot use my board. Just wait for a minute, guys. I cannot use board while I'm sharing my screen. Okay, leave it. I just wait. Okay. So what I was saying that head is pointing to this 10, and 10's next is pointing to 20, and 20's next pointing to 30, and 30 is next is pointing to null. Okay. So what our code is doing, so first it will just check if head is equal to null. No, head is not equal to null. Heads next is equal to null. No, heads next is also not equal to null. So what it will run through a while loop, and what it will do. So let's try to understand the first algorithm. What I'm doing. Let me change the color of this. So what it is saying, it is removing this node from here. Okay, let's remove this node from here, and so this time let's update head from heads next. So head will now point to this node only, this node. Okay, head will point to heads next, and now let's say that reverse should point to this node. Okay, reverse head should point to this node. Again, what it should do, it again head should point to heads next. Okay, okay. Let's remove this head, and what this node should do, we already know means this node has been created. This node is already created. We know we don't need to create any node. So what it should do, it should just add it in the front of this reverse head. Means suppose there is some another linked list that is pointing to a that linked list has been created, and this node should be added to front of this. Suppose, so what it should do, let's try to means let's store it into temp. Okay, and temp's next should point to reverse head. Its next should point to reverse head, and reverse head should point to this node only. So what we can say now, that reverse is being means reverse is currently pointing to this node, and its next is pointing to 10. Okay, so again after this, so will again head will move to heads next. So this time head will pointing to null value, and this will be stored into a temp value, and its next will be stored its temps next will be reverse head, because reverse head is pointing to 20 currently. So temps next will point to this node and will update the uh, reverse, means now reverse will point to this node. Okay, so what we are doing, suppose we have given with a reverse in the starting, reverse head will be null. So what we are saying, we are just removing one by one node from here, and we are just adding into front of our reverse head linked list. Okay, and in the starting, what it will, reverse head will be null. So if we add our first node into our reverse head next linked list, so its next will be null, because in the reverse head it will be null in the starting. Okay, guys, we are doing nothing. Just we are removing one node from here, and we are adding it into the suppose into a new linked list, but we are not using any memory, because we are just changing the address of these nodes only. We are not using any linked list again. We are not using any memory again. We are not creating, means we are not using any new keyword. 10 is 10 this node has been this node has been already created. So what we are saying, that our head should point, means its next should point to null now. Okay, its next will point to null, and 20's next will point to 10, 30's next will point to 20, and our reverse head will point to 30. Just simple. It is that simple like that. Just let me show you the code again, guys. Let's see it again, that until or unless we have reached to our last node of our linked list, what we need to do, we need to just store our heads means address into a temp variable, and head now head will be updated by heads next, and temps next, that the new node we have removed from our linked list, its next will point to reverse head. And in the first case, the reverse head is pointing to null. So when we add our first node into a new linked list, its next will point to null. Okay, and will updating the reverse head by temp. Suppose it's nothing, it's the code of adding the new node at the front of our linked list. Is that clear with everyone? uh, or still anybody is having any doubt? Smith, you are saying clear. Don't worry, if anybody is having any doubt, I'll repeat it again. Don't worry, just ask it. Aryan, you are saying not clear. Please reply whether you understood or not. Don't hesitate, I'll repeat it again. Don't, no problem. If you're still having any doubt, please ask in the group chat. Line number 82, someone is asking line number 82. So line number 82 is doing, Ashish, line number 82 is what 82 is doing. 82, suppose we have removed a node from our linked list, and what we have did means we have added this to our front of our linked list. So the reverse head should point to this node only now, because when we remove 50 and will add this into this, so our reverse should point to this node only, means this 50, and will remove 40, will add 40 here, will remove 30, will add 30 here. So every time we need to update the reverse head now, because when we remove it, its address gets stored into temp variable, because before updating it, we are we are storing the address of this into temp variable. So our reverse head will point to temp, because we have to return a head value, because we have to return the address of this node. Okay, it's like reverse head is following temp. Reverse head is following temp. Yes, head is following temp. So you're absolutely right, Ashish. And temp is following head. Temp is following head. Yes, temp is following head. Yes, Shay, you made it, I think, very simple. Okay, Ashish, I think is that fine with everyone? So today we have covered deletion, means if we have to delete a given value, and after that we have covered a reverse function into it. Okay, so let me. So I think for me, singly linked, we have covered the singly linked list. In the next week, we'll discuss the doubly linked list and circular linked list as well. We'll means discuss all these functions that we have covered into singly linked list. We'll discuss that into doubly linked list as well. Okay, doubly and circular linked list as well. So just wait for a minute. I've seen in the group someone is asking about the HTL. So let's discuss something about the HTL also side by side. So I'll not cover the more about HTL, means we'll cover into in brief only. Okay. So in the in this case we are using a structure for creating a linked list. So provides us a provides us a library called list. Okay, iStream will be there. Sorry. Okay. Provide us a header file. Let's take list. So what C++ provides us? So it's all generic class, means in that what we are doing, we are creating a int data. Means we are storing the value of int type. Suppose we want to create a linked list of int type. So what we need to do, we just need to write it like this. We have to write list keyword, and in this into this two brackets, we have to write the for which data type, means for what data type we want to create our linked list. So I'm writing it now L only, means we are naming it our linked list to L. And in that we are not naming anything our linked list. We are just storing the means address of our first node. So STL provides us a function, means let's provide a function. What we have, means suppose we want to add something in our linked list. So we have given STL has given a function push dot under let's push underscore front. Okay, what this will do, this will just add 10 into a at the front of our linked list. Let's try to add one two more elements. Let's try to add 20 as well. Let's try to add, okay, let's try to add 30. Let's try to add 30 and 40. So these all are the predefined function. We don't need to implement, we don't need to write it means by ourselves. We can use it at any time. Okay, so for iterating through our I'm using a for loop. So there will be two method for suppose I want to print my for print my given linked list that I have created on in STL. So there will be two method. Either I could write it like something like this. We have created it for int, means so I'll write int x, and I'll use a colon here, and I'll write the name of our linked list. Okay, I'll print it like something like this. Okay, let's see whether our linked list is being printed on. Okay, means our linked list is being printed. So far we have covered. Just wait for a minute, guys. Okay, so instead of int, we can write auto also. Suppose So it will run fine. Just wait. I think my internet connection is weak. Okay. There is some problem with my internet. I just wait. Oh, we have lost our code. Let me write it again. Just wait for a minute. Guys, just wait for a minute. I have to write it again. Because the code was not saved and I have refreshed my page. Let's try to write 20, 30, 40, and 50. Okay. We can iterate through our loop. Either we can write auto here. Let's try to write auto here and see out x spaces there. Okay. Not used. Not use list library here. Okay. We can use auto also. So what is the need of auto? Suppose uh, here I'm using a string data type, means instead of int we are using string. So we'll add something. Let's take it Anurag. Let's take it A. So we can create a list of strings as well. Let's try to write something like this. So if we have written auto, we don't need to means edit it again and again. Auto, it will always check means its data type, and it will be printed something like this one. Okay. Uh, Let me use there is some more functions. Push front, push back also means it will add the data at the last of our linked list. So suppose I'm adding the last keyword at the last of our linked list. Okay. So after here last should be added. So last is being added. I think is that fine with everyone? Okay. So let me add. Uh, okay. So far, so we have covered means push front, push back. So this time, let's try to delete something from our linked list. So we'll use pop front and pop back. Let's see. I'm writing pop back. So last should be removed because I'm popping from back of our linked list. Okay, and the last is being deleted. Let's try to pop back. Sorry, pop front. Okay. So these are the some important function that we use in in the list in the STL. So in the coming sessions, we'll discuss more about STL. Don't worry about that. So I just want to give you the introduction about the STL. So we'll means close this session now, and we'll meet soon, very soon. Or is there anyone who is having any doubt? Is there any main difference between list and vectors? Shrey is asking, is there any difference between list and vectors? Yes, Shrey, there is. If we talk about if we talk about definitions, vector is the means dynamic array. As vector supports all the function, even more maybe. No, Aryan. Vector does not support this. Let me write vector also. Suppose I have created a vector of wind type. Let's name it V. Okay. And in the vector, suppose I have added V dot pushback. Okay. Let's say I'm writing something like this. Okay. So I can print my vectors. Means I can access my vector something like this also. Means either we can iterate means we can print our vector like this as well, and we can means as it is a array of dynamic size, we can print means we can access or value means or values random as well. So vector has not included here. I have to include vector as well. Okay. So I is not, sorry. I have to, because there is only one element. I have to print v0. We should use list over vectors. No means we can't say that yeah, that's the main thing on what things we should use list over vectors. Means you're asking on what things we should use list. We should use list means suppose let's say I'll give you example. Suppose means there is some requirements, and in the requirements we have to in the vector we can add only at the back only, because we cannot use push underscore front here. Let's try to use, suppose we want to add some data at the front of our vector, we cannot add that, as vectors are accessible very easily. Yes, it is being accessible, but there will be some functions that will not be applicable on vectors, as because suppose I want to add something in our vector, means I want to add something in our vector. So our vector we cannot directly use any function, because STL has not provided us with any function that we can add something to at the front of our vector. So if we want although if we want something to add in our vector, so we should do it manually, because vector is a dynamic size array. So what we need to do, we need to add something to our back, and what data, all the data are present in our vector, we need to shift one step back, means as we have discussed that in our array, means we have to do that in manually. But in the list, what you can say, because in the list these are all these are the not contiguous spaces, means all not a contiguous, it's not being stored in the contiguous memory, so we can add that at the front of our linked list. Okay. So as you were saying, Shrey, that means there are all the functions that are being supported in list, that it will not be supported with means vector also. Okay. Yes, there will be some more cases in that case, that list will be preferred over vectors. Although we means normally we don't use list, because in competitive programming we just use vectors only. That's completely fine, but there are some uses of list as well. Okay, I think Shrey. Okay, Shrey. Is there anyone who's having any doubt? Ashish Kumar is saying, can we store different data types in linked list unlike arrays? Yes, Ashish, you can, as we have stored now, means, okay, you are asking in this means, in this linked list means what we have created or STL. In both cases, we can add means any type of data. Ashish Kumar, I think we have covered in HTL, means HTL we have seen also, we have added string, either we could write character, we could write double, we could write what else, float as well. If you're asking in this, yes, in this case we can also add, means instead of int data, I mean string and int in the same. No, no, Ashish, you can't add that. You cannot add, means in the same linked list you cannot add the different data types. Uh, yes, I don't think that you can add. If you are able to add, just please show me, because till now I have not seen any cases like that. Because if we add something to that node will be a different, means that structure will be a different, because and we cannot show someone's next part means into that, because that will be having address of something else data type, means something else node. We cannot add into the same. Okay, Ashish, I think you got that point. Means, uh, okay. Is there anyone who is still having any doubt with the linked list? So I'm assuming that you all are fine with this linked list. So mainly in this week we have covered the means single English. We have covered insertion and deletion, and today we have covered reverse as well. And means we have mainly covered means some important topics of the single English. And in the next week we'll cover the double English, circular English as well. Okay. So tomorrow you all will have a doubt clearing session. Most probably it will be by Satyam and Rhythm. So try to solve the maximum questions that has been provided by our team. And if you are facing any doubt with that questions, as well as if you are facing any doubt regarding linked list, so try to come with that doubt. You'll and try to ask that doubt in that session. Means it will be most surely tomorrow, and the more details will be shared with you. So try to come with some questions and some problems that you're facing. Either it will be in the questions, either it is related something related to English, okay, or it will be more concerned about Java tomorrow, because there are a lot of queries coming regarding Java. So those who are having any doubt in Java, please attend tomorrow's session. Means it will be more. It will be very helpful, I think. So. Okay. And on the Sunday you will have a practice test, as last week you all guys have. So in this week you'll all will have a test on Sunday, I think so. Okay. And more details about the test will be provided to you. Okay. So try to perform well on the in the test. Okay, I think so. Is that clear with everyone? So all right, everyone. So should we close today's session? Okay, Sri. Uh, I hope there is no one who is having any doubt. So I'm closing today's session. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for attending the today's session. Stay home, stay safe. Happy learning. Thank you.